Hey guys, good morning. Today I am going to introduce you to my single speed. But first, we need to climb up this 13-14% grade. I'll see you at the top. So we're about halfway up Bain Canyon entrance. And I was wrong, I am able to talk. But yeah, I'm gonna have to stand up here, so I'm gonna put you away. All right, so that just happened. I actually did it. I didn't think it'd be possible. Well, I knew it was possible, but I didn't think I'd be able to do it without walking. And I did it without walking. I'm being reminded of how fun this single speed hardtail is. So what do I love about this bike? For one, I like the 29-inch tires. They climb really well, they go over anything. It is super lightweight, full carbon. There's no derailleur, no cassette. I mean, the bike is super light. The only weight on it really are the water bottles and the front fork. That's where all the weight comes from. I didn't think I would ever ride it again once I got my Canyon Spectral. But this bike is a great cross-country bike that could still be fun on jumps. Obviously, it's nowhere near as fun as the full suspension bike on jumps, but it's a fun bike. What I also love about it is how well it climbs. I can still climb a lot of the hills that I used to only do geared, and I do it with a single speed. And it's actually, you'd be quite surprised how much you can accomplish. With it being single speed, you can still do as much as you did before. You know, it's a lot more work, but all that work you put in just makes it easier next time. Another thing I love about the bike is the simplicity. You know, it's real easy to maintain. I don't have to worry about gearing, although, see ya. There is this though, where he goes flying past me and I gotta push. So I originally bought this bike, I had just gotten back into mountain biking. It had been a few years. My buddy Scott that I worked with got me back in mountain biking. I was riding my 26-inch Marin, and he had got me convinced that I could do the Rwanda 50 ride. Not wanting to do that ride on my old 26-inch mountain bike, I went and bought this 29-inch hardtail. Oh, I got another climb. I'm putting you guys away. Forgot about this hill. Still not as bad as the start, but I do have to stand. Check this out. Is that a beauty or what? And it's not even blooming time. This is summer yellow, and it's still beautiful. All right, we stopped here at Rolling M Ranch to take a little break and to talk about the single speed. Focus Raven, hardtail, full carbon. It was a 2x10 converted to single speed. And to be honest, it is way more fun as a single speed bike as it was a geared bike. For most of its life, it's been pretty much stock. I did buy a dropper post for it, the race face chainring up front. That was when I converted to Eagle. For a while, this bike had skinny tires on it. It was single speed, skinny tires, and drop bars. But
I remember that.
You remember that? I put it back to a mountain bike, rode it for a while, and ended up with the Canyon Spectral. Going from a 29-inch hardtail to a 27.5 full suspension, even though that Canyon Spectral is really good at climbing, you can really see the difference. I went from stopping and having to wait for my brother to catch up to him stopping and waiting for me to catch up. That is how much of a difference it makes having the right wheels, the right tires, and the hardtail. The climbing is ridiculous. Once I converted it over to single speed, I had to get some faster rolling tires, so I went with the Maxxis Ardent Race up front, and the Maxxis icon in the rear. And let me tell you, I love these tires because of the lightweight and the efficiency of the bike itself. I can still climb these steep hills on it with a single speed. Yeah, it's been a fun bike. The changeover to single speed was fun and really brought back the enjoyment of riding this bike. So being single speed has really made riding with my son more interesting because, you know, he's got shorter legs and smaller tires. It takes him a little longer to get up the hill. But with the single speed, it's also a challenge for me as well. So, you know, we can go out together and I'm not just feeling like I'm on a beach cruiser along the bike path. It's actually a challenge, and it's fun. It gives us something to do together. All right, so what do I not like about the bike? Well, there isn't much, to be honest. It's the press fit bottom bracket. They're a pain in the ass to work on. I don't like press fit. What else don't I like about it? Not much. That's really it. I pretty much like everything about this bike, which is why I couldn't get rid of it when I got a new one. I like the feeling of actually climbing with it. You would think that being a single speed, you know, you wouldn't be too interested on doing these tough climbs on it. But man, I really like it. You know, I'll admit, I spent a lot of the climbs today sitting there on the steep climbs doing this, looking for another gear. But that's the thing with single speed. It forces you to just get out of the saddle and step on it, push hard. You know, you don't have a gear to bail you out, and once you get going, it's okay. You don't realize it. You can push harder than you think. You know, is single speed for everyone? Yeah, I don't see why not. You know, at first, single speed's hard, but you just get that much stronger, that much faster. So I highly recommend it. If you've got, you know, an old bike laying around that you're not riding, convert it over to single speed. You'll find that your old bike that you were never riding can be fun again. Convert it over, join the club, send me pictures, make sure you tag me, let me know that you've done it. I want to see your single speeds. Anyways, that's really it. Not much to say about it. It's a really fun bike. Gives me a challenge up hills. So make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for more rides and more bike reviews, especially the ones in my stable. We still got my cyclocross bike, my full suspension bike, and my son's. Yes, and my son's bike. We got to cover that as well. So stay tuned. I don't know if I'm going to post the fixed gear one before or after this, so maybe that one's to come as well. All right, see you next time.